What's up, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome to the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. But we broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And today is Baby Friday. We call it Baby Friday because the Top Chop is not aired on Friday. So we call this our Baby Friday, and I can't wait to get it started. Let me get these, let me start sharing the show. Where I'll go first. Let's go here. Let's go. Let me share the show and see what we got. Okay. Facebook, I'm sharing you over there, but I don't know how long it's going to last. I'm sharing you on both of them. I don't know how long it's going to last, but I'm gonna share you now. I'm not gonna leave you out. Well, Rob gonna take care of you. Hey, it's gonna be, hey y'all, I got some stuff today that I got, and I know it blessed me. So boy, I wanna bless y'all today. Oh my God, we gonna be all right, man. Let's see, I'm just going through my cycle, just not cycle, going through my going through here trying to make sure all the things going, share it to every place. Let's go to you. Who is that? Twitter. Got it shared over there. Let me go make sure I got it shared to Twitter, and it's gonna be crazy. See, Chop Shop Htx and already shut down on us. It's all right. It's all right. I ain't mad at him. Dude, can't get mad at this stuff no more, man. It's out of my control. I can't do nothing about it. I'm just gonna keep sharing. YouTube still up. What's up, Rob? What's up, Daryl Anderson? I see y'all. Rob, it's gonna be epic today. Rob, Rob, it's gonna be epic. Y'all got to bring it out of me today, though. Cause I don't know. I don't know if y'all ready for it. Let me send this message over to Chop Shop HTX right quick. I got a guest today. It's gonna come on. A guy, I think he fitted 6 or 7 guys in the first round for their suits. My man CJ, Clarence Jones from CJ Custom Clothes. He's supposed to come on about 1 o'clock around that time. And y'all, let me tell you something. He gonna tell you. He might, y'all ask him some stuff about what's going on too. Y'all don't be scared. Sometimes y'all get on here, y'all gonna ask me everything and don't ask the guest nothing. Hold up. Let me make sure I get over here to Chop Shop HTX. Let me make sure I get over here. Where they at? Okay. But I want y'all to ask him some questions though, for real. How's it like? How do you get your clients? All that kind of stuff. I ain't gonna ask him all that. I'm, I, I want to see what y'all going. I already know him. This is for y'all. Frankie Paul, my man, is back. My favorite coach. Wait a minute. I got 2 favorites. Him and Coach Woods and my man, Coach Smith, my man. But what's up, Frankie? Frankie been gone on me, man. I really miss old Frankie Paul. Great young man, man. I'm just glad to see Coach. You're back in the coaching ranks, man. When I saw it, I had to say something. I'm trying to send something, y'all. Wait a minute, I'm trying to send. Man, what is this thing doing? Hold up, y'all. Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second, cause I'm finna get this thing right. Okay, I go live right here. I want to. Okay, I got to share. Okay, I got it now. I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. Don't be mad at me. Okay, I'm gonna share that over there. Okay, it's shared. All right, Frankie Paul. But guess what's happening? I really don't know where I want to start today. But just for to be politically correct, well, I know we never are on this show, but they done traded that little cussing ass LaMelo Ball to the same team with cussing Ant-Man. Can y'all imagine what those man? Don't send you. Hey, Don't send your news people to cover these guys after the game. Have anybody ever seen a press conference with Ant-Man and a press conference with LaMelo? Now they on the same team after the game. They always sent, they always, we have to censor these guys. LaMelo Ball and Ant-Man in the same backcourt. They cold basketball wise. They cold basketball wise, but can you imagine Frankie Paul? The Charlotte Hornets, I'll not get ahead of myself. The Charlotte Hornets trading a guard. Now, all of these trades are subject to change until they won't be ratified until I think uh, July the 6th. July 6th. July 6th. The Charlotte Hornets are trading star guard LaMelo Ball and Josh Green to the Minnesota Timberwolves for Nas Reed and a 2033 unprotected first round pick, 3 first round pick swaps, with 28, 29, and 30, and 3 second round picks, 29, 33, 32, and 33. Sources tell ESPN. Robert Young, it's going to be crazy. What's going to happen at the press conference? Hey, man, I ain't going to lie. I like to see stuff like this. I like to see trades like this. Them people was ready to get rid of Melo. Melo run over the little man, run into the little man, get out of the car. Yo, Melo, run over the man. I got it on my other computer. Run over the guy. It ran into a guy, got out the car. Brandon Miller picked him up, picked him up, and he just left the scene. He ran over a little kid one time. I like his game, but his press conference and all that other stuff, I can't do it. He said, what does unprotected mean? That means it's unprotected. That means that's their pick. You don't have no other you don't have no rights no more to the Rob. If I give you an unprotected pick, I have no rights on it sometime. If I give you a pick swap, we can swap those picks. But unprotected mean it's unprotected. Rob, you do what you want to with the pick I gave you. But some picks have stipulation. Well, we're going to swap. If I don't like it, we'll swap those picks. You follow me? So that's why they had to make that unprotected pick. That's what they mean. Jay Jackson, you came the right day. That man says a lot of believing. It's gonna be epic, Rob. So that's all it means, Rob. Unprotected mean they get that pick regardless. You can't touch it. You can't get it back. You can't. Only way you can get it back if I give it to you or something like that. So it's unprotected. You got it? All right. Let's get rolling. I like that. I like them kind of questions, Rob. I like them kind of questions. But I was watching the draft the last 2 days, and I know a lot of people. I told y'all I didn't like Frankie Paul. I didn't like the way. I didn't like them interviewing the families right after. Just interview the player. Because most of the families didn't have nothing to say. I remember the mama, one of the kids, that when the daddy said something, she just said, yeah, I just, whatever he said, I said. And I didn't like it. But some people said they liked the insight. The parents didn't give me no insight. They talking about one lady had cancer, talking about Yaxel Lenenberg talking about his mom with cancer. Okay, that was a good one. I hope y'all got that. But most people who follow basketball and follow Michigan basketball been knowing that. I've been knowing that since UAB. And maybe I got the advantage because they used to play against Memphis, so I watched UAB when he was at UAB. He asked the question, Melvin Dews, if what is an unprotected pick? And I told him, ain't got nothing to do if it's in the top 5 or wherever it is. If it's unprotected, it's unprotected. Mr. Dews. You know what? It kills me when people ain't never negotiated a contract, try to Tell a person who negotiated 1,000 of them. It's Frankie Paul. It just sometimes Donald Trump just messed America up. He done just anybody just can get on here just say anything. Ain't got no experience at all in it. I just don't understand it. I just don't understand it. But I keep going. But the draft, we got to figure out how. See, a lot of people been calling me ain't used to watching the draft. And they were confused. That's what people didn't understand yesterday. People were calling me saying, oh, Robert, why did they put these parents on it? These parents ain't got nothing to say. Robert, but we got to figure out a way to make it easy to understand as a television product because what? It's on TV. If you're watching at home, it can be confusing because I got 1,000 phone calls. Robert, can you explain what's going on? I said, shit, I can't watch the draft trying to explain it to y'all. One pick after another. You don't know where they're wearing this hat, but they telling me they're going to another team. You get lost in the moment. And here's a real story. Kareem Lopez, the first Mexican born draft pick, was drafted 21st on Tuesday night. Frankie Paul, technically, by the Detroit Pistons. But he had been traded to the Memphis Grizzlies. He had subsequently said that even after being on the stage with Adam Silver, right? And shaking his hand in that moment, if he's being honest, he did not know what franchise he was going to play for. Even the players didn't know. So if the players being picked in real time are confused and the people who are watching it at home are confused, we got to figure out a way to do this a little bit better, Frankie Bab. I got you. Melvin Dudes, I did see the question mark. I ain't got my glasses on. I didn't see the question mark. My bad. I apologize. For all intents and purposes, it is a television show for basketball fans and other people, and it shouldn't be that confusing. Y'all get people just calling me all over the place. Say, Robert. I said, oh, I ain't got nothing to do with the show. So that's a lot of stuff happened this weekend, and I'm just trying to see. Shout out to Emmanuel Sharp from U of H. Let me hit you. I think I got something for you. It's for you.
With the 45th pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, the Sacramento Kings select Emmanuel
Smart man. He did not take his family and everybody up to New York and spend all that damn money. And man stayed right. I don't know where that was at. I don't know. I don't know why my shirt acting crazy like that. Memphis sent me some new shirts, man. And I don't know. I'm gonna leave it alone. But shout out to him. Shout out to Chris Sinak. Shout out to Kingston Flemings. I think that's the first time in history that U of H ever had three guys being drafted. Milos Uzan he didn't get drafted, but he should probably, if y'all probably looking on Twitter right now, he probably would have thank you for your schedule. Frankie Paul done send me, where is Veterans Memorial High School at? Somebody help me. Because that's gonna be one of my new favorite high schools now. Veterans Memorial War Eagle. Where are they located? Coach, Put it up on the screen. Let me know, cause you about to get some more fans, Coach. Right now, you about to get some more people, supporters. Um, right now, let's see. Hey, this was, yeah. Hook it up so we can know. I don't know what Veterans Memorial or high school is. I ain't never heard of it, but it's oh, it's in Corpus Christi. Damn, man. All right, I'll come up there. Wow. Boy, that's a long ass way. Corpus Christi. Uh, but I'm gonna come check you out. Let me see. Let me see if anything happened on the news before I get the this Jalen Brown. Didn't That is Moody. Is That is Moody there yet? I can't believe he there. Yeah, he there. That is Moody. I know you keep asking me about Jalen Brown. Hey man, them people trying to trade Jalen Brown, man. Ain't nothing he can do is sit back. Hey, they're about to trade him. They trying to trade him right now, and maybe he might want to get traded. Uh, Shout out to Rosie and Taylor, my girls in the building. Hey, y'all mess with me right now. I I got my backup. I got some backup on this feed right now. I need y'all here. Taylor, you're gonna be the smartest girl in the nail shop. Just hold on a minute. I got you. Beauty shop, when they talk, if somebody getting there talking stuff, unless you know, in one of them shops that don't nobody speak English but you by yourself. So, but unless. But oh, you said I answered it yesterday. Jalen Brown, man, wow. Ain't nothing you can do unless they asking the agency, man, you can help us work a trade. If you can get the right situation. I don't know how they doing this, cause that Brad Stevens, he's such a, I'm telling you, I hate to give him credit, but he is a pretty good basketball mind. It's hard for me. He is, you know, he's pretty good. He know what he's doing, and but I was thinking about something. I was watching this draft, and I was just thinking about us, and I was thinking about young kids to be able to understand how some of these processes work. I told y'all the other day, I never forget it, and I know it just went over y'all's head. I told y'all, what's his name? Kingston Flemings went out to L.A. I told y'all before this even happened, went out to L.A., and he messed around, and Keaton Wagler, they had both of them going against each other. And I told y'all, Keaton Wagler told him a new one. I know y'all was saying, well, watch this. Watch this. It's from the GM. Let me see. Here it is. Just watch this.
And then it's all the different intangibles. Keaton has had a very unique journey, and especially compared to the peers in his draft. Keaton wasn't a McDonald's All-American. Keaton wasn't on anyone's radar really until December of his senior year. But yet, Keaton's a two-time high school champion at Shawnee High School. Shawnee had never won a high school championship prior to Keaton being there. He did it 2 years in a row. He was state player of the year 2 years in a row. And despite really getting D2 to mid-major offers, his humility and drive to know and the self-awareness, and I think when you get to know Keaton.
Mamas, uncles, cousins, he didn't let it get him down because he didn't get no D1 offers. Melvin Dews, you up there with them kids. You need to make sure they parents listening to this. You up there got a team full of kids. Everybody around, we kissed this boy Keaton Wagler wasn't highly the Houston Hoops didn't want him. The JL3, he probably wouldn't have played on their team. He probably would have played with Bobby Benjamin over there with the Raptors. But the little boy kept plugging away. He didn't say, well, everybody hating on me. He's a hater. Jimmy's a hater. Doug's a hater. Marcus Sloan's a hater. Gary's a hater. Everybody's a hater. No, he just kept working. That's why I want y'all to hear this. I'm giving y'all a master class on how to handle even adversity in your life. Just because you ain't the CEO right now, just keep plugging. Watch this.
You'll see the quiet confidence, the humility, but yet an intense drive. I love, if you guys saw the interview with his parents, you know, during right when they brought him in, and how his dad said he's a quiet assassin. And I give a ton of credit to Trent Redden and our evaluators. So Trent saw Keaton on October 19th. No one knew who Keaton Wagler was. And Trent's there at practice, and he's watching, and he writes this report. Everyone has to know this guy. Now, when he initially went to Illinois, the coaches were thinking he was going to be a redshirt. Then after summer ball, like in August, Colin Boswell, who was a senior, went to Coach Underwood and said, this dude's really f***ing good. He's really, really good. He's a killer. And they had, you know, in the days of NIL, the guy who was going to be the starting point guard was making 7 figures. I think Keaton was making $65,000. And it wasn't until the UConn game, where they lost at UConn, that they decided, you know what, we got to put the ball in this guy's hands. And what he proceeded to do was he led a team to the Final Four for the first time. Illinois, first time they went to the Final Four in 21 years. I think he broke the all-time freshman record at the school's history, and we know there's been tons of very, very heralded players that have come out of Illinois. And yet, what's really, really unique about him is, how's a guy who's not quote-unquote athletic get to all the spots on the floor? How's he find a way to punish every mistake the defense makes? And that's where the craft, the guile, he's got incredible body balance. And I think these are lessons you learn when scouting, when, you know, athleticism is a very, very broad term. And what we've learned is functional athleticism is different than athleticism. And Keaton very much embodies that. And then it's all the different intangibles.
Did y'all hear that? That's from Lawrence Frank, the head man in charge, Los Angeles Clippers. He had a lot of points in there. The dude that was making 6 figures, the point guard supposedly be, he run his ass out of town. He just said, well, I ain't going now because they got a point guard already. You know that's what they say in this basketball circle. Frankie Paul, you know it. Share. Y'all need to be sharing the hell out of this show, because it's about to get, I ain't tipped the iceberg yet. Frankie Paul. Last week, Kingston Fleming shows up, Rick, against Keegan. Dude called me and said, man, this boy tan your U of H boys a new one. I said, yeah, I don't believe it. Who got drafted 5th and who got drafted behind him? Both of them went to the same place to work out. Google it. Google it. It's documented evidence. You follow me? So I sit back. Yo, quit all this whining and crying and get in the gym. And get in the gym. Don't do this. Don't quit all this. My son ain't daddy ball if you want to. But just make sure your son good enough to play, man. When it's time to play, where they phasing on, man, listen, they phasing people, guys in the hood, most people ain't even in the hood no more. Most people have moved out to the suburbs anyway. But if you want That is Muda. What's all over the internet? Tell me. I don't know what you mean. What's all over the internet? But I'm just making a point. I never forget. I came on this show months ago, Frankie Paul, and I was just telling people about Keegan Wilder. And let me see the first time I mentioned him. Hold up, cause I keep the notes in my phone. Let me see. Let me hold on. Just give me a second. Keegan. Okay, first time. Let's see how many times I talked about it. Hold on. Damn. Hold on. Let me see. Tell you the first time I talked about it. First time I talked about it. It's around 10/4/2025. I talked about him 11/4/25, 11/11/25, 1/7/26, 1/5/26, 1/25, 2/3. February the 3rd, February 26th. But I first talked about him in the beginning. When I saw him, I said, "Whoa." I tried to tell people on what did I say? What did I say? Hold on. What did I say? Hold on. What was his topic? It was a topic. What was the topic? It was just men's basketball. So I said some freshmen had their debuts today. Talk about Core Pete. Killing. He was the 30th pick. This boy, who was the 5th. Core Pete had 30. I'm talking about Frankie Paul. Who else? I talking about Darren Peterson. Had 21 that night. DeBaster had 21 that night. Caleb Wilson had 22. 22, 4 and 3 assists. Yesufu had 22 points. When he got, I think he in the second round, didn't he? Yesufu, when did he go? Then he said, "You have plenty of documentation about what." And then it talked about Nate Mint. I talked about Darius Akoff, had 22. Malik Thomas, Hans Steinbach. All these dudes, I talked about them way back then. Watch this. Mikael Brown, y'all already know. I don't even I shouldn't. Hey, Frankie Paul, I know you ain't been on the show. Frankie Paul. I got to tell this Mikael Brown story. I went out to the border battle. I went out to Vegas. And I didn't know. Somebody said, "Man, come watch a basketball game with me." So we went to the border battle. So I went to the border. I walked in the door. Frankie Paul, I promise you. I walked in the door. First person I saw was the Banster. He had just walked. He was holding court, talking to a whole lot of young guys. They was talking. I was walking past him, and I just looked at him. I didn't say nothing to him. And I went in the gym, and I walked in the gym, and my eyes just, Frankie Paul, I couldn't keep my eyes off one player. He went up the court this way once. He went back down the court this way. He went back down the court this way, about maybe 5 or 6 times. He didn't even score, Frankie. But how he was setting everybody else and how he was defending in those 5 possessions. I said, hold on. I ain't never did this before. Belinda, Willie Sullivan, I got up out my seat and went to the scores table. I ain't never bothered nobody at the scores table. I said, hey, who is that? They told me, Mikael Brown. I ain't never heard of him. So watched the whole game. Then I went around and saw Gary Carter because he been filming him. I said, "Gary, who in the hell is Mikael Brown?" He said, "Robert, he gonna be a McDonald All-American." I ain't never heard of a kid. A year later, he was a McDonald All-American. And now he in what top 6. I think they picked him 6. Keegan Wilder got picked 5th. This guy got picked right behind him. Frankie, it's just something just said, this dude is different. So let me keep going. You're talking about Trey McKinney. I'm talking about the freshmen. You remember I talked about Neo Avilas, the one from Virginia Tech. I talked about Keon Anthony, Sheldon Henderson, Keegan Wagler. Great start for the freshman class. This is what I said. Good amount of these guys played limited minutes tonight as well. Boozer will make his official debut tomorrow. That's when I said that then. But this little boy is pretty good, man. And now, y'all, something is getting ready to happen with the Clippers. But I think the Clippers trying to trade Kawhi Leonard, but I don't think the NBA gonna let them do it. Something is going on, man. I know they want to get rid of his ass, cause that's cause they got him, got him in all that trouble trying to get him some more money. If they him and Uncle Dennis, cause him and Uncle Dennis were pressure for all that bread. And so they got in trouble. In case you don't know, go back and look up the Los Angeles Clippers and their lawsuit, big lawsuit with got to deal with trying to circumvent the salary cap system to pay Kawhi Leonard more money. But they knew they wanted this boy. They knew they needed a guard. They knew everybody needed a guard. Y'all got to remember, this is the same team that drafted Shea Gilgeous-Alexander and had him and then traded him for Paul George. Paul George. So I was just thinking about this draft, right? Thinking about what he said. Then I be thinking about how they call this dude, he's a silent killer. This young guy. He had $65,000 worth of NIL. And he went and ran the 7-figure guy out of the building. And I like this boy, Isaiah Evans. He showed up at the draft last night. And I got a guy who make a lot of these guys' clothes gonna come on in a minute. He said, I'm not sold on boozers yet. He got to show me. Well, guess what? I'm sold. When a person, I'm gonna show you why I'm sold, Rick. And you can, I want you to wait. See, I don't know why you ain't sold. I'm gonna tell you why I'm sold. Everywhere he's been, he won. Thank you, Belinda. Everybody on this feed right now should hit the thumbs up button. You got to hit the algorithm because then you'll get more shows like this. Ain't for me, it's for you. See, if you click this, they're going to say, oh, he like this kind of stuff. Let's go. I know it's going to be hard, but they're going to try to go find some more stuff like this so you can see from all over the world. So hit the algorithm. But you say you ain't sold, Rick. But Rick, everywhere he's been, he's won. Him and his brother and Michael Jackson and Jermaine and Tito, and then the rest of them is Tito's. Everywhere he's been, except Duke, he's won. So you talking about you ain't sold on him? You don't like to win. I want to boo that boy right there. I want him on my team every time. If we in the Y, if we at Fundy, we anywhere. I'm picking Boozer because I want to win. I told y'all when I first came to Houston, I used to go to Emancipation Park over there, right? If you lose in the morning, you might not get back in about 12 o'clock. You ain't no run. I want Boozer on my team Because if you lose, you might as well go home. He said, I'm glad Sinek got drafted. He's a great upside. Why are you glad he got drafted? I don't understand that one. And then say he with a decent shot. No, he one of the best players in the world. Chris Sinek, McDonald All-American, he's supposed to be drafted. He's one of the best 24 players in the country. He's supposed to get drafted. I don't understand that one. Most City Finest, boy, I don't know what you're doing to me today. I don't know what you're talking about. But he's supposed to be good. Let me put this up on the screen. He said, I'm glad Sinek got drafted. He was a great upset. He's supposed to get drafted. He wasn't no long shot. He wasn't like King and Wagler. Chris Sinek didn't get $65,000 a year for NIL. He got way more than that. He's supposed to be way up. I don't understand that one. Yeah, time will share. Time will tell you. I hope you come back on this show and say, man, my bad. Man, they get picked 3 for nothing. They done picked this man game up. That's why you ain't no GM. See, that's why I love y'all. Y'all always talking about what y'all ain't no GM. Y'all ain't got no team to put nobody on it. He went late in the first round. Who went late in the first round? Sinek got picked 27 by the yo, Mo City Finest. Mo City. Sinek got picked 27 by the Boston Celtics, man. If you call that late in the first round, okay. It's in the first round. I don't mean he no lottery pick. Some people get it wrong. The Joker got picked in the second round, Mo City Finals. Draymond Green got picked in the second round. Willis Reed got picked in the second round. Jalen Brunson got picked in the second round. I can go on and on and on. He got picked late in the first round. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's guaranteed money. James Samara. No, Milan Uzan did not get drafted. He didn't get drafted. No, 27. And all it was, he went to them workouts and then, he didn't go tear nobody's head off. Guess what? I ain't never say he was going to tear nobody's head off. But guess what? Guess what he got now, though? Mo City Finals, he got a chance. He got a chance. My man came on early. I just let him over there. See, can I see him? Hold up. Let me see. I put him. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong button. He ain't gonna never come on hitting. Let me see. Can we see him? Let me see. I can't see him. I guess he messed up. He messed up. I'll wait. But let me try him again. Hold on. Let's see. Okay. I got you over CJ. Just stay there. I got you. I see you. But no, they got me right. They got me right. But you know what? I'm gonna do it now. I ain't gonna even wait. I'm gonna bring on this young man, Clarence Jones, CJ Custom Clothiers, a guy. He'll tell you. I don't know. He been making my suits and shirts and outfits for so long. I can't remember. I can't remember him not making them. So, but without further ado, I'm gonna bring him on right now. I was gonna bring him on at 1 o'clock, but we're gonna get him a little earlier. But hold up, I'm getting back to y'all. We getting back to this conversation. I'm not letting y'all off the hook. I'm not letting y'all off the hook. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna bring in. Let me see. Can I hit this button? Where you at, CJ? Oh, here we go. Right there. I hit that button. There you go. CJ, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. How you doing, Bobby?
Man, let me tell you something. Let me turn this thing down a little bit. Hold on. Let me turn this down a little bit. Okay. We can see you real good. Come on, talk to me. Talk to me. Say something else. Say something else.
Man, how you guys doing? Thanks
Doing,
for having me on the show today.
man, tell me, man. Tell me, man. Do me a favor. Do me a
Yes.
favor. How does it feel? You know, wait a minute. Wait a minute. No, first of all, how long you been making suits for me?
Probably about 20 years, 22
About,
years.
about 22 years. So them first 10 years, I had somebody else. Yeah, I did. I had somebody else.
No, it's all good though. But I met you at the right time, and so one of the things people don't know, what I admire most about you, that you are a loyal person, and you don't find that a lot in a lot of people in today's society. So when you switched over and started doing business with me, I was appreciative. But one of the things people don't know also is one of the things that I admire the most about you is when you used to come to Penny's, celebrity games and stuff,
Yeah.
and you used to always say, "Hey, if you need something, let me know."
Yeah.
You've always did that. If even when you were a sports agent,
Mm-hmm.
and people will never give you enough credit on how great a sports agent you were.
Mm-hmm.
The thing you did for me was like, "Hey, CJ, I'm working on a kid. If I don't get him, I'm gonna turn you on to him."
Right.
Kerry Rose, Patrick Peterson. I can go on. Now
Right.
everybody in the agency would be mad at you for that, but you
Yeah.
was like, "Wait a minute, this is a brother too. If I can't get him, if he get him, we may be able to circle back and get him." And people never understood that logic of a relationship. See,
Right.
you were building relationships 20, 30 years ago where people are just not starting to catch up to build that.
Right. Right.
And so
Right.
when I tell people all the time, I said, listen, I was taught to do things on a relationship base, not about money, not
Right.
predicated on getting anything in return.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If
Yeah.
something comes back, great. If it don't, look, we all good. And you used to always tell me, listen, it ain't personal, CJ, it's business. Because I would always get mad, like, damn, I had this player, and why would he be going somewhere else? And because the agent would take him somewhere else, even though I had the relationship, you would always set me down and say, listen, we're in this type of business where everybody is a dog eat dog business. So it ain't personal, it's
Right.
just business. And it would come back later, and I would get the player anyway. And you said, see, look how it worked out.
Yeah.
I wanted Gary Payton, took some years, but you got him for me. You
That's
know what I'm
right.
saying?
Yeah.
And
And
so
hold
once
up.
I
And
got
I didn't
Gary,
represent Gary. He was
and
just
you
a
didn't
friend of
rep
mine. Yeah.
exactly. So you
Right.
would always, guys would look at your clothes and who
Right.
making your stuff? And you be like, and say, man, you got to mess with CJ. And
Hold
once
up.
they do,
CJ, you ain't CJ. I'm gonna tell you why. And I ain't never told you this. I ain't never told you this. But they used to really, really be looking me up, head and down. Tell me, I'm the dude with the millions of dollars. This dude's sharper than me. Hold up, guess what? I was at church one time, and TD Jakes came to our church, and I was with my pastor. He said, "Pastor, you sure take care of your guys." He said, "What you mean?" Your guy over there got 2-inch cuffs on his suit. Hold on, got 2-inch cuffs on his suit. You don't get them in the store. So people know. I mean, people just noticing, and I just tell him. I say, you got to go to CJ. Man, my man that went off. I don't know what's wrong with his phone over there. He'll call back. But ladies and gentlemen, this is and he gonna believe you me. He gonna call right back. I'm trying to find out how I can get him. There we go. Let's get him off so he can get back on. But man, it's just funny, man. This guy's Tuesday night, he had where, hold up. I knew you was coming back. It just blacked out. Don't worry about it.
okay, I'm here. But yeah, but people never understood that how you dress, and it wasn't because you had to spend a whole lot of money. It's
Sure.
that you had the right person that you had the relationship with, and that's what I always try to get everybody to understand.
Yeah.
Uh, when you got good relationships, everything happens.
Yeah.
Like this year's NBA draft.
Okay.
Everyone doesn't know this, but I actually had 11 players in this year's draft.
Wow.
I had 11
Count.
that
Can
I
we
should
count
have.
them? Can you talk to
I
us?
that I could have. I'm gonna give you the ones that I didn't do close for that I had an opportunity.
Okay.
Before I give you the 5 I got, first one, SEC Player and Freshman of the Year, Darius Acuff.
Oh yeah.
I met Darius Acuff's people when he was in high school at IMG
Okay.
before he went to Arkansas.
Okay.
So he was going to get his clothes from me, but he wanted a Louis Vuitton suit. So he's always wanted something from Louis Vuitton. But because I did Jeremiah and Louis Vuitton last year at Chicago for the combines, it's like I want to go to Louis Vuitton. So he went to Louis Vuitton, got him a Louis Vuitton suit, and I was fine with that. I said, well, maybe we'll do something in the future.
Mm-hmm.
The other kid I talked to was Kingston Flemings, the guard out of Houston.
You
I
called me
talked to his
about him.
dad. I talked to his dad. He's from San Antonio, Texas. We just couldn't get the timing together. I talked to Markel Brown's father. Even after the combines, he still wanted me. But because he had a son doing AAU basketball and he was traveling, we really didn't have the time. I had Darren Peterson, who had committed to me right after before he left Kansas. But his agent, the Wiseman Group, took him to somebody else. I wasn't mad. I told Darren, look, we can do something in the future. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So again, I was trying to get the boy Coda Pete. I think he got drafted last night
Yeah.
from Arizona. I tried to get him, but he ended up going with Clutch. The other kid I could have had was Nate Amin, who was the number 10th pick to Milwaukee Bucks. I met with him, but it was too late. His agent was like, man, we should have got you with Nate. Now, that's 10 players right there.
Hey, hold up. Chris Sinak was sharp as a dog.
Well, I got Chris late. I got Chris's father, Chris Sr. We met up in Chicago. He said he was hearing my name from everybody. And so when he saw me, he was like, you CJ? I was like, yeah. He said, man, my guy Les, who used to coach Jeremiah Fears, is his guy. And he told me to get at you. And so we hooked up after the combines, but WME, the company, was giving him a hard time about me making the clothes. So I had to kind of interview with them. They was like, well, we got a stylist that does Fashion Week in Paris and all of that. I was like, okay. I said, listen, you got a stylist. I make this stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Show me, hold
But
up. What's the difference? Explain to our audience what the
this is the
difference is.
difference. When you have a stylist, all he's doing is going to a store or he's going to basically call somebody to make what he wants you to wear. I make clothes. I style you and fit you. If a stylist gets you and it don't go right, then he's got to take it somewhere to have it altered. He got to find somebody. Me, this is what I do every day. And I told WME, I said, I'm the only person you probably met that's had NBA and NFL best dressed 5 times. I said, my guy's on first take. Last year, my guy's on first take. Year before last, my man Jabari Smith, who plays for the Houston Rockets,
Yeah.
my client,
Uh-huh.
and Jalen Dorn on first take. And guess who giving them some praises? Your
Stephen A.
boy, Stephen
Stephen
A.
A. Yep.
Like, man, they clean.
Yeah.
So again, I try to get everybody to understand I do this every single day. I do college coaches. I've been fortunate enough to do work with Penny
No.
Hardaway and
No.
then
No.
some.
Can I inject? I got to tell him this story.
Go ahead.
Hey, ladies, he just don't make me a suit, right? He give me, I have 2 shirts or something. When he finishes the suit, he gonna have me 2 shirts, about 4 or 5 ties that I can wear with the suit, the socks, And if I want him to, you need to go get these shoes right here. You ain't got them. I got them. I'll send them to you, dude. I mean, all I have to do is come in a bag. Just open up my bag, the cuff links, everything. If it's got cuffs. So I mean, it just, man, it's just hold up now. My son's first ever tailor-made suit. That man flew all the way up to New York, fitted him, and made sure Robert had his first tailor-made suit. Man, hey, that suit looked like it was sprayed on him because he got the slim body. And hold up, y'all. When the suit came, Robert's arms had got a little long. Whatever, something happened. CJ went back up there and made sure it was right. Said, no, I got you. I'll never forget that. That's the kind of service, man. See, I know you probably forgot about that. I don't know. I don't forget of you. When you do something for my baby,
Well, that's my
I
man
never
now.
forget about
That's
that.
my man.
Yeah,
That's my man.
yeah.
But like I said, doing the draft with Chris Senior and Chris Junior. Actually, people don't know this, but Chris Junior was best dressed at the commissioner's luncheon the other day.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
I had him cleaned up, and he's gonna be
Wait, he
clean
had a
today for
different
his
suit
press
on from
conference.
the other one?
Oh, he had 3 suits. I did him 3 suits. I
Okay.
did him a blue Glen plaid with a little bit of red in it. And then what really messed him up was I had his ties custom made with his initials on the back of them. And so when they saw the custom made ties, Dad was like, wait a minute. I did that out my pocket because I make
Right.
custom ties. And because he's 6'11", I knew the average tie, extra long tie wasn't going to be right.
Oh, that's right.
And I wanted to make sure it was where it was. And so the dad said, are you coming up to New York to get him fitted? I said, I'll be in New York. Now, I just did a 15-hour drive going from Memphis to Fayetteville, dropping off a suit for a wedding, driving up to Kansas, dropping off a suit to one of my young men who plays for the LA Chargers, who gets married Saturday, drove all the way back and hopped on a flight
Boy.
and got everybody taken care of. So not only did I do, let me go with the 28th pick, Joshua Jefferson, Iowa State, second team
Yeah.
All-American, who
Yeah.
came out the stands. I
Yeah.
had been knowing his mother since he was a freshman in high school. So his mother had always said, CJ, I want you to make my son suit for the draft.
Right. Right.
Guess what? I made his suit for the draft. And mama, she just texted me this morning, looked at the detail. I had all kind of pictures in his suit. She was just so happy
Right.
and thanked me. Then I had Chris with the 27th pick. He was well dressed. After that fight with WME, I got him. They didn't pay me until June 1st. Yeah,
Shh.
that's how this went. They paid me June 1st and still wanted to know if I was going to still get the clothes on time. I'm like, ma'am, I don't take nobody's money unless I'm going to get it done.
Right.
But I had to go through it with them, got them done. Everybody was happy. I got text messages, job well done. I said, thank you, appreciate you. The
That's good.
22nd pick, LeBaron Philon. I did his whole family, but I did his suit for Chicago for the Chicago pre-draft camp. I didn't do his draft suit last night, night before last, because because I was doing the whole family. He wanted somebody else. So he went and had him
Okay.
a stylist, put him a black suit. I was
Yeah.
cool with it
He was all
because
right.
the suit he wearing for his press conference is actually better than the suit he wore the other night. Oh yeah, I did him a crimson red bird's eye suit like Alabama with a gray shirt. Got the crimson monogram color on the cuff. And then I did him a black top with a black pocket square. Then I got him some gray, black, and cranberry socks to match. The suit he wearing for his press conference was better than the suit he wore draft night from somebody else.
I'm gonna go pull that up. I know they pulling that up now.
Oh, then I had the kid Jaden Quintez
Yeah.
from Arizona State, Utah, who had the ACL injury. He was really crushed because he didn't get the green room invite. But again, like I told him, if you wasn't hurt, you top 10 all day long.
Yeah.
So I did his suit. He got drafted by San Antonio with the 20th pick. I said, shoot, you did good. You injured. San Antonio knows how great of a player you're going to be. They
Right.
got time to wait on him.
Uh-huh.
And he's a great kid, comes from a great family. I knew his dad and him when the kid was in high school, when he played in the McDonald All-American game in Houston.
Mm.
Now, the 17th pick was mine, Abuka Okori from Stanford, the freshman
Like that little dude.
who led all freshmen in scoring this year.
Mm-hmm.
They talked about Peterson and Acuff. This young man led all freshmen in scoring. But the reason why he didn't get much leverage or ink, as I always like to say, because he was on the West Coast. He still went 17th to the Memphis Grizzlies, got traded to Detroit, which we talked that morning. He said he liked to play in Memphis, but he likes Detroit, so he ended up in Detroit. So those are the 5 guys I dressed for the draft, and those were the 5 guys who I didn't make clothes for the draft.
Wow. And he done cut off again. Oh, now you're back. You're
Nope.
back. Yeah. You're
Yeah.
back.
So the draft was really good. Not only that, I made the suit Mike Miller wore as well. I did him a black suit with the wide legs. He had the flower lapel, had the little sparkles on it. My guy AJ Kirkland out of Atlanta, who's from Memphis, got that for me. And then
Mm-hmm.
I did him a really nice satin pocket square, rounded from my girl Juliet Pocket Squares.
Mm-hmm.
Had him hooked up. Mike Miller told me, he said, out of all the years he's ever had in suit, he always got to send it back. He said, you the first time and the first person that I've never had to have a suit back or even send my pants back. He said, you did your thing. He said, I appreciate you. But I told Mike this. I appreciate him for the 4 players that he allowed me to dress for the draft. And those 4 guys was working out here. His facility is top notch, Bobby.
Oh, Mike got a facility in Memphis?
Man, out in East, Tennessee,
Yeah.
it's called I think it's called the Barn. It
Uh-huh.
is Mike. I mean
Okay.
Bobby. It is a beautiful facility.
Okay. All right.
So
Uh,
he
I
had some
like
of
that. I like
he
that.
had some of his guys working out here,
Mhm.
and he had a lot of the other guys working out in New York.
New York.
But I'm gonna say this about him. And again, I can't talk about how other people train people, but
Hmm.
he would train them like you would want them trained, Bobby.
Yeah.
Mike is very, very well hands-on with his guys.
Hmm.
If I had a son, and I'm not saying this because he's a client,
Hmm.
I'm saying I would send my son to Mike Miller because
Hmm.
he works with those children, well, those young men, so to speak. He
Hmm.
works with them hands-on. He makes sure that they get the proper nourishment. You know how they have their food prep and
Yeah.
all that?
Yeah.
Man, my man top notch. And I just
That's
wanted
good.
to thank him. But the thing was, 3 of the guys I had already had when he had them. So he just threw a Buka in. He said, well, CJ, you already got 3 of my players.
Yeah.
Here,
Go ahead.
take a Buka. And that was the 4th one. And he said, man, I hate I couldn't get you Nate. If I had known that, he introduced me to Nate. And he said,
Okay.
you'll do something with him in the future.
All right. Do me a favor. Give my
Yes.
people, before you leave, give my people something that happened at the draft, around the draft, or during the draft, something that we wouldn't get nowhere else. And it's something that touched you and some things that you saw. Just give us something.
Well, the young man, and I don't like to say the names, but I'm gonna say this. I
Mm-hmm.
kind of watched how everybody moved in the draft, downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
What really touched me, and I'm gonna give you 2. The
Mm-hmm.
young man AJ that got drafted #1,
AJ DeBansty, yes.
father top notch.
I heard.
He is a guy who stood on principles and everything. And I mean, a fantastic guy. We talked, even though I didn't get his son, but we talked. He said he got his suits made out of Paris. He
Mm-hmm.
was, showing out. He said, now you clean too now. But I like the way he worked with his son.
Me
He
too.
said, if this is what you want to be, it's going to require sacrifice. No proms, no girlfriends, Your whole life until you get to a certain point is basketball. And that's what I liked about him. And he told his son, I'm not your friend, I'm your father. That made a lot of sense to me because a lot of fathers are trying to be their son's friend, not their father. And so that's when the respect goes out when you try to be the friend and not the father.
Mm.
And he's guided that young man all the way through. And he said he's going to continue to guide him. He said, he lets his son do things he want to do, but
Yeah.
he monitors things
Yeah.
to make sure that he doesn't make bad decisions.
Absolutely.
That young
Absolutely.
man leans on his father and his mother. I mean, beautiful people now. I got a chance to meet them. And so I was very touched by the story that was on, I think, ESPN about it.
Yeah.
I was very,
Yeah.
very happy. And like I said, great. Listen, super great father. Used to be a police officer, retired out of Boston.
Yeah. Yeah.
What else caught my attention was the young man, I think his name was Isaiah Evans.
Yes.
Here's a young man, hadn't got drafted yet,
Mm-hmm.
has on $4 million worth of jewelry.
Mm-hmm.
I was telling my players, I said, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. They said, what? I said, he ain't getting drafted in the first round. You know what they asked me? Well, CJ, why would you say that? Let me tell you why. The NBA security, everybody's everywhere. These people are places you don't even think they're at. If you're spending $4 million on jewelry before you get drafted, what do you think an NBA team is thinking? You're irresponsible. You got character flaws. The people around you are not good enough people that should be around you should have been educating you. We don't do this for the draft. These are the things, if you watch any of the 5 guys I dressed for this year's draft, you didn't see none of that. Chris, Chris had some jewelry. He wanted to show his jewelry. You know what I told him? We don't do that. Put that necktie on. After you get drafted, then you can show your jewelry. I said they'll take the watch, but the rest of that stuff, your dad won't like. Oh, my dad will let me do. I understand what your dad may let you do. I said, but I've been doing this for a long time. Put that necktie on. Keep your jewelry hid. I said, right after your name is called, you can take that necktie off and you can show all the jewelry you want. For years, I have educated my players not to wear so much expensive jewelry because NBA teams look at that as a slap in the face. When you have people around you who don't educate you, instead of having yes people all the time, these are the things that happen. That is one of the reasons why I trust what Bobby Hatter tells me, because Bobby Hatter didn't have that happening.
Mm-hmm.
Bobby educated his players.
That's why all of
I
them still
educate
rich.
my players.
Hey, that's why all of them still got a whole lot of money.
And that exactly, and that's why I say all my players still got a lot of money too. But I tell them guys, some things you do, a lot of things you don't do. And when you get agents who are yes people,
Yeah.
these are the things that happen to you.
Yeah.
Agents gonna tell you, oh yeah, you're a first round lock. Yeah, it's okay to get $4 million worth of jewelry. No, what you should have told them is get you a nice watch, a nice chain. Once
And,
you get the contract, then we go back and get more.
and you know, and we're gonna I'm gonna let you go after this one, but in my 30 years in this business, I don't know this kid at all, but I can stake. I would bet some on it. But that kid didn't pay for that jewelry. Somebody letting him. It's on consignment. He
It
haven't
don't
paid
matter.
for. No, but I know, but he should have. Cause I got a video. I'm gonna play for the people. He should have stated that I'm just wearing this piece for so and so. I'm just wearing this piece for so and so. He should have stated that. Like that's an endorsement deal or whatever. Not my second round behind. Now, because you got to realize these kids getting money at EI. These people getting money for NIL now. But
Correct.
this kid ain't paid $3 million. That brooch ain't worth $3 million. And that chain
Well, we
that
know
hang
that.
down wasn't worth $1 million. So, but I don't know. But if you don't know, I still would have educated him, said, no, player, we ain't gonna do this. We ain't
Well,
gonna do this.
whoever his agent was, and I don't know who the agent was,
Me either.
again, perception is 99% of everybody's reality.
That's it. That's it.
So everybody might have thought he paid that money,
Yes.
may have it on consignment,
Yes.
but the perception, and you got to look at how the NBA looks at that. It's just like the young man who they're letting to play football who was gambling.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I don't think he'll ever play in the NFL for that.
They shouldn't. They shouldn't let him play. That boy was betting too much. That boy got a problem. That boy got a problem.
Well, this is the thing. All those guys who are that they're talking about betting in basketball, like Terry Rozier and all them.
Yeah.
The young man named Marvis out of Mississippi.
Uh-huh.
That's the guy. Look him up, Marvis. That's the guy they're talking about. Marvis Fabian
Uh-huh. I heard that name.
is my client.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Is my client.
Oh. He
Great
got mixed
guy.
up in that too?
He's the one that they said did all this.
Oh my God. Poor thing.
Great guy. Listen, great guy now. I'm going to tell you, super great guy. Down in Mississippi, super good guy.
Did he go to Mississippi State or something like that?
No, he lives in Prentice, Mississippi, somewhere down in that area.
Oh, okay. Well, man,
That's
I
another
enjoyed
story.
you, man. I can't wait for us to do this again. I couldn't wait for you to do, because, ladies and gentlemen, he do football the same way. So we'll probably bring him after one of the football drafts again.
Well, I'm trying to retire a little bit, Bobby. That's why I didn't do the NFL draft this year.
No. Well, you can only retire when you have cloned yourself. See, the reason I knew I can retire, I got a youngster following in my footsteps. I myself. And y'all gonna meet soon, because he gonna be needing to see you. But you can't leave. You don't want to be a generational thief. You don't want the next generation got to be able to have it. So you got to put whatever in you got to put it in that next young man now.
Well, again, Bobby.
No. I'm mandating it. I'm calling it into fruition right now.
Okay.
All right.
Well, it's hard because nobody's going to work like I work. Nobody's going to get up at 2 o'clock in the morning.
You going to give him the information. You go give him the information. He got to see your work. He got to keep seeing your work. You follow me?
That's true.
You just got to give him the information. That's all you can do.
That's true.
You can wait a minute. You can lead him to the water, but you can't make him think.
Well, yeah, and I can't make him drink that water either. So it's all good. But listen, tell the family, especially your grandson.
Oh, my man. You know I can't wait. I can't wait. He all right.
Give him some love from me, and tell CJ was on the Chop Shop with his grandfather.
Okay.
Who's one of the best agents ever out there.
All right,
Appreciate you.
I'll see you later.
Peace.
All right.
All right, bye.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all for humoring us there. But I be just wanting y'all to meet. Think about it. It's other ways your son can be in this business and be able to be successful. Yeah, and y'all see how I got him, right? Y'all know I don't play. We got to make sure somebody who can you done taught in this next generation that can carry the stuff that you carry. You can't. If you don't, I mean, what? Come on, y'all. I got him, and I'm gonna go. So what else? Let's see where we was at before I do anything. Y'all know who I got. Y'all know who I got to talk about right now. Where my man at? Hold on.
Yeah, so 713 call Joe. If you been injured, Joe Steven Law Firm. 713 call Joe. Car wreck, truck wreck, let Joe confirm. 713 call Joe. Need a pro on the K, let Joe take over.
What's up, Houston? This is Attorney Joe Stevens. I'm a former Houston Rocket with over 20 years of experience in the insurance industry and a decade of experience in the courtroom. I know how insurance companies operate, and I know how to fight back.
713 call Joe. 713 call Joe.
Yeah, man, it was just funny, man. Shout out to CJ. CJ Custom Clothiers. If you ever want to reach out to him, let me know. And CJ Custom Clothiers. He gonna have you right, dog. I mean, y'all understand. Y'all understand how sometimes it was damn near uncomfortable. I'm at a table full of NFL and NBA players. We out at dinner, we somewhere. And everybody looking at my suit. They looking at my suit and looking at theirs and saying it's a vast difference. But what? I don't force no fashion on nobody. Whoever asks me, say, man, who make your stuff? See, some guy, I can't tell y'all. It's some guys say, man, who making that stuff? Who making your stuff? Then I'll tell him, because he ain't gonna never make them nothing that he make me. He ain't gonna never make Trey Phillips something he gonna make Brandon Weefall. You remember he said the dude told me he wants some Louis Vuitton stuff. He said, no, I did that last year with somebody. I ain't gonna do that with you no more. We ain't gonna do that. So, but that was but we was talking about Isaiah Evans. And I think I got a video of it. I want to show y'all something. So we can talk about it. So we can just be a little bit more smarter. Watch this.
How much is the brooch?
About $3 million.
$3 million. Do we see the chain? And what did you say about the carats on that?
Each carat is about 1.5.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna tell you something else that I forgot to mention. That could have been costume jewelry. Could have been cubic zirconia. If you watch it, just for me, just looking at it right there, Barry McDonald, I didn't see the sparkle of a $3 million brooch. It sparkles. If you was watching the Met Gala, when you saw some of the jewels that was on the Met Gala, and you saw them sparkle, it was just too dull. And maybe the young kid ain't never, we don't know. I just don't believe the kid spent the $3 million. But the perception, he shouldn't have asked. He said, a real man don't never tell you how much his stuff is worth. Should have said something like that. I could have said, it was nice. It's just a nice gift to myself. But you got to be educated. He's a young man. But he ain't lying. People gonna look at him different. But I sure would like to get to the bottom of it. $4 million. You whack around. I mean, your mind, and a Brinks truck guy should be following you, player. And you saying that on. Is anybody getting me right now? Is anybody, it's this thing. Somebody just say, yeah, a thumbs up or something. Because somebody on this feed have not given us a thumbs up. Because there's a lot of people on this feed and everybody ain't gave no thumbs up. Unbelievable. So what we doing now? We just listening? We're not participating. We ain't bringing bricks today. I brought y'all something that should make y'all think. One of your cousins, one of your friends, somebody might be in this position. Tell you, friends of mine, man, why you always hooking him up with guys? because I want to. I like to. I like it. It's not smart, Isaiah. Because I know you done got it out of the mud because I saw the video of you and your mom. I know you was a late bloomer. And your mom used to send you YouTube videos.
I want no trainer to be able to ever take credit. Like, I'm very adamant about that. I'll die on that hill. This man put in his own work ethic, worked himself out, took the constructive criticism, and went to work.
I was really on that for real. Like hot summer, I'm out there working. And then some random night wasn't random. One of my friends had a go in the neighborhood. They wasn't using it, so I was on that job every day. And then remember Andy? He was a dude.
This Isaiah talking to his mom.
In the neighborhood over across the street, we had like a real half court, like with a real goal, and that's how we would run out like little 3v3s and stuff. That was a time, bro.
Yeah.
That was.
I had found them videos. Isaiah really did. Like, he would be in the driveway. I would send him workouts, everything on YouTube. I find a workout and I'd be like, "This your workout for the day," or "This your workout for the week."
And remember, Quay was pulled over doing with me too.
I come home, they be in the driveway, they be working out, but you got it.
That was a little trenchy, bro.
We had the best. It was a two-part neighborhood. Some of it was good, some of it was.
You can find that. It's online somewhere. I just wanted to share you. That's the young man. Worked himself into being a McDonald's All-American. And his story is the one that people pretend that doesn't exist in basketball anymore. But whoever get this kid, he's going to get a dog. I'm not going to throw him under the bus. Somebody just didn't tell him. The dude who made his suit, his agent, whoever somebody didn't just come in, player. What are you doing? You're going to get all us robbed. And they don't need no class, Belinda. Because a lot of people go to class and don't do what the hell that they learn in class. So somebody in a class telling them what to do, that shit don't work. Somebody need to walk with him and mentor him and disciple him. A class ain't gonna do it. You leave that class and go, you leave a class about women and go have two women in your room like them kids did at one of them camps. One of them NBA camps. At one of the NBA rookie camps, they gave a thing about not having women in your room, and then you have women in your room. They had a meeting at the NFL. Said, man, you can't have men. You have a meeting, right? A class said you can't have women in your room. Guess what? Dudes going having women in the room and getting their ass cut the same day, Belinda. So it ain't no class. Class. Dude, young fella. But y'all running good guys out of the business. Y'all are. This boy Henry Vassar, falling to the Hawks at 52 in the draft. It was a shock to me. But team drafting early in the second round said Vassar and his agents were adamant that they won't sign a two-way contract. So that would certainly seems the reason he slipped so far down. Because he said what his ass wasn't going to do. Just like Austin Reeves. That's what happened to Austin Reeves. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to change our price. Yesterday's prices is not today's prices. Many years ago, thinking about these kids, I've been giving, Belinda, I've been giving people a master class. Jimmy, every coaching came on here. Chris Walker, for 9 years on how this recruiting stuff goes, and they still making recruiting mistakes, the parents and the kids. But I remember this, y'all. Many years ago, some pirates captured Julius Caesar. This is a true story. They captured Julius Caesar and demanded a ransom of 20 pieces of silver in order for him to be released. Most prisoners would have panicked, scared that their friends, their families, and their colleagues wouldn't be able to come up with that price. Beg for their life, be afraid that it was the end for them. I can't come up with no 20 pieces of silver. But Julius Caesar did what his captors never expected. He told the pirates that captured him, who offered a ransom of 20 pieces of silver, he told them, y'all need to double the price. Just change it to 50. For me, change it to 50 pieces of silver. He said to his captors, that price you put on me, that's too low, bruh. Isaiah Evans, let them people put a price on you. You're wearing a brooch that ain't sparkling and some chains, some gold diamonds that wasn't sparkling. Back to the story. He said, the captors, the price too low. And while he was waiting on the money to come, Eric Harris, I want you to see the posture of Julius Caesar. He refused to act like a prisoner. But he acted like the leader that he was. He ordered the pirates to stay quiet while he was asleep. These the dude that had him in captive. And at sunrise, he would gather all the captives around. Trey Phillips, he'll read them poetry. He treated the pirates like subordinates. And sometimes something strange happened. The pirates started treating him different. Not like he was a prisoner, Thad Moody, but like he was a VIP. But Robert, why did they do this? Why did they people ask me, Robert, why did they do this? They did this because Caesar did what you are going to do starting today. Thad Moody, and that is he set his own value. Caesar set his own value. And when he set his own value, people had to adjust to it. God, let me get some water. God. And I want to tell y'all today, I wasn't going to even, I was just thinking about these young cats. I was thinking about the NBA draft. And I was thinking about this boy. They talking about this boy. Y'all remember, I wasn't gonna even bring it up. But when CJ brought it up, I want to tell everybody today is that your price is not just money. It's a signal. It tells people how to treat you, how to respect you, and how to position you. Repeat what? Which one? Man, I don't know where you want. He said, your price is not just money, it's a signal. People have to adjust it. I'm going to go back. I know what you want. I know what you want. Caesar set his own value. And when you set your own value, people have to adjust to you. But what I want to tell you today, when I'm thinking about young Isaiah, I want him to know your price is not just money, son. It's a signal. Your price is a signal. It tells people how to treat you, how to respect you, and how to position you. Too many of you have put yourself on sale. Somebody done went and told this little boy to put on that little ugly ass brooch and that ugly ass chain. Don't put yourself on sale. You have to you have to reduce your value in fear that other people will see you as too expensive. Y'all, I ain't gonna let nobody dumb. I'm not finna come and talk about some ignorant on this show. I'm not finna dumb this show down so y'all can be skinning and grinning and laughing and calling your friends. I'm not about to reduce my value and feel that other people will see me as too expensive. Some of you, we marked ourselves down because you have been told that you were too much. Yeah, I am. That you do too much. Yes, I do. But some people want to dummy themselves down. They want me to talk about some ignorant ass stuff. I can't dummy myself down and make you look good. Don't you suppress your brilliance, hiding your creativity, limiting your instincts because you want to fit in with people who have outlet prices. When you lower your value to be accepted, I know I'm talking to somebody out there. But when you do lower your value to be accepted, you don't gain opportunity, you lose authority. I know I'm dropping bars right now. I might have to give y'all that one again. That is Moody. Because that's the one you should have been talking about. Repeat. When you lower your value to be accepted, you don't gain opportunity, you lose authority. The market does not reward the cheapest option. The market does not reward the cheapest option. The market always looking for the best value. And we just got to readjust our mindsets. Thinking about those young men going across the stage. AJ the pastor. Darren Peterson. Cam Boozer. Just thinking about them cats, man. Caleb Wilson. Keaton Wagler. Keegan Wagler. Came to Illinois. They gave him $65,000 NIL. And he replaced the dude that was making 7 figures. They couldn't hold him back. He was tearing this dude's 7-figure ass up every day. The market was always looking for the best value. You got to readjust your mindset. That little kid said, I don't care. You know how y'all, man, I ain't sending him over there. Dude making a meal, man. He said, okay, bring it on, Mr. Meal, Mr. Meal. Because you don't see yourself as the best value. Rewards the most convincing perception of value. If everything that you do shows up in how it is that you eat, how it is that you interact, how it is that you engage, how it is that you how you expect, how it is even how you pray, change your value. And what an awe-expiring thing Caesar took on the position when he wasn't even free yet. He was a captive and talking like he was in charge. He was in charge, but in his mind, he was never a prisoner. His mindset impacted the people who thought they had authority over him. Oh my God, that is Moody. Shout out to Michael Brown, Darius Acuff, Kingston Flemings, Morez Johnson, Braden Burris. His mindset made the people who thought they could keep him in bondage. They had to shift how they related to him. Your value is not decided by the market. It is a signal by how you position yourself. Hans Steinbach, Nader Mint, Yaxel Lindbergh, Abuka Corey. They didn't think you was that good, man. Bennett Sturts, Kristen Anderson. If you set your value low, the world around you will adjust the price accordingly. Put yourself in such a position that it doesn't matter what everybody's doing around you, what other people are thinking about you, how other people are moving. If you are on the same wavelength that you're supposed to be on, they're going to try to adjust. I was thinking about this story. Y'all know I love golf. Dad Moody. I know y'all done got quiet on me. I'm sorry. But I'm thinking about these young fellas. Cameron Carr. Sergio. What's his name? Delaria. Tyrus Reed. Chris Sanaa. Joshua Jefferson. Alex Carabine. Corey Pete. Those are the first round guys. Golf balls. Used to be smooth a long time ago, y'all. And when they hit it, it had limited trajectory. You know, hit it so high you can go because the ball was smooth. A black man who created the present day golf ball put nicks in it and put dents in it. And what he figured out is that the golf ball that had nicks and had dents and had, indentions in it, when you hit it, it goes much more farther. A lot of us, me too, present company included, reduce our value because of the bruises we got. Because we were bruised, because we had scratches, we had indentions. You had no idea people who are too smooth, they don't go that far. But the people who got bruises on them, people who got nicked up, they go so far. So when I'm watching these young kids, watching that boy when his mom in there sending him videos. You want to know who the Rockets got? Let me see. I saw who the Rockets got. The Rockets got this guy, but they traded. It was kind of crazy, man. See, that's what I'm saying, how confusing it is. He said, who did the Rockets draft? Watch this. If I see his name. Bruce Thornton. The Knicks drafted him, I guess, and traded him to Houston. Bruce Thornton is a guard out of OSU, Ohio State, the Ohio State. That's the only thing they got as a guard. A rookie guard. They say a hard, tough-nosed guard. I've never seen him play. But we need some toughness at that position. We need some toughness at that. I'm glad you did. Man, I've been thinking about you, Mike. Mike Jordan, what happened to you? You wasn't at John Lucas, and I meant to call you. John Lucas' event was yesterday. I cannot believe you were not there. But that's who he got. They got Bruce Thornton, man. Look him up, Ohio State. The Rockets ain't talked about it too much. I mean, it should have been on the Rockets front page of the Rockets. I mean, let me look. Let me see. Let me see what the Rockets done said about it. I ain't gonna lie. I just knew it because I saw the kid. But let me see what the Rockets have done, the Houston Rockets. See what their social media has said about him. Let's do it together. Let's do it together. That's a good point. I'm glad you said that. Houston Rockets. Oh, shit, that is. Houston Rockets. Let's try it. Let's see. Yeah, we made it. We finally did it. Bruce Thornton, he said, I'm built for the moment. He said he ready to roll. They got him with the 31st pick in the second round. He gonna have, if he can be good quick, he'll have a chance to get to the money quicker than the first round guy. Because he's not going to be under the same rules as the first round draft pick. He said, been on a major project, hadn't had much time to come up for air, starting to get back in the mix. Thank you, man. I'm just glad to hear that you okay, Doc. Let me see. The Rocket got the hold up, they had the 53rd pick too, but they probably gave that to somebody. Let me look. Let me see what y'all Rockets been doing. I can't do y'all like that. They my Rockets too. I like them. That's a good one. That's a good one. So with the 53rd pick, I put my glass back on this one. This stuff ain't. 53rd pick. Oh, here we go. Round 2. The 53rd pick. Oh, they traded it to Detroit. So they swapped with New York. So they had the kid from University of Virginia, Uganyu Oyesu. Uh, Rockets ain't got no picks no way, y'all. She give them away, y'all, to get all this garbage in here. They give them away. Yeah, he's a 6'1" guard. But they say he plays so strong. And he defend you when you walk in the gym. We didn't have none of that. We didn't have none of that. I'm constantly saying we. I must like the Rockets again. I like Emi Adoka. Let's see. Where else I wanted to go today? Wow, I did have some. I saw this, and I don't know how true it is. They said Tracy McGrady is buying 80% of the ABDC camp as he revived the legendary camp. I don't know. They said Tracy McGrady is bringing back a piece of basketball history. 7-time All-Stars reviving the legendary ABCD camp with Sonny Vaccaro, the sneaker executive who founded the camp, McGrady, who will own 80% of the camp, and Vaccaro, who will retain the rest, spoke with Front Office Sports about the revival of the recent interviews. It was only because of Tracy McGrady that I'm doing this, Vaccaro said. He had the best impact on what I did because he was probably the biggest underdog. He was so close to not being invited because of other people's opinion of him. Oh my God. Oh my God. Y'all, this is why I tell y'all quit running y'all mouth about these kids. Tracy McGrady was close to not being invited because other people's opinions on him. Michael Jordan, watch this. Vaccaro ran the camp with his wife, Pam, from 1984 to 2006 and helped coaches and NBA scouts first learn the names of dozens of future stars. The Hall of Fame guard has discussed the return of the camp with Vaccaro for a while, but he finally making it a reality in July. It's coming up next month. The camp will be sponsored by Adidas and features 60 top boys and girls basketball players. Representative for McGrady, representative for McGrady declined to comment on the financial terms of the deal or where the camp will be held. The camp moved around the country in its early years before moving to New Jersey from 1993 to 2006. Its final summer before going dormant. Looking at the landscape of summer basketball, I felt like we were getting away from the traditional how camps need to be ran. You had to earn your right to be at ABCD. And nowadays it's a lot of relationship based. A lot of this, I'm saying when I don't agree. A lot of this is handed to these kids instead of making them work. This property is missing from what is going on in AU and summer basketball. Had some conversations with Sonny. He agreed to that, and I was just like, let me take it over. Pretty smart from a financial point to do it. After ABCD ceased operations, it was replaced by the Nike Skills Academies. And the premier invite-only events, which were run by the swoosh biggest endorsers. NBA stars, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, Chris Paul all held invite-only camps for players at their respective positions, with LeBron James being the most prestigious of the nation's top players. Those camps haven't existed for more than a decade, except for Paul's, and he retired from the NBA early last year. How a new look camp fits in the modern recruiting scene is another factor. The ability of companies and college to legally pay players has meant that the sneaker companies have less influence. And the portal has made high school prospects a lower priority if they're not a top 50 caliber nationally. ABCD is just strictly a basketball skills camp. McGrady told Front Office Sports, we're not transitioning to anything further than that. That's what he said. It's this brand that Sonny started, about 30, 40 years ago. It was what we're going to continue to live by. Okay. Trey Phillips said, if you take out the shoe affiliations from the camps, you can't get some of the best in the country to build them together. Wait a minute, let me see what you say. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see what Trey Phillips talking about. Hold on. Let's see what you're talking about, Trey. If you take out the shoe affiliations for the camps, you can get some of the best in the country and then build them together. But you got to take the shoe. But shit, Adidas already in there, Doc. I see what you're saying. That's interesting. I thought that was interesting. How many minutes I got? See, can I give y'all? Oh, that's a whole one. I can't do y'all like that. But I did tell y'all about that's the first time 3 U of H players have been selected in the same draft in school history. And Manuel Shop got selected 45th in the second round. He's going to Sacramento. Uzang should be. Let me look up Milos Uzang. He should be signed by somebody. Usually, as soon as the draft over, if they want you in camp, they'll sign you right afterwards. And I haven't seen nothing on him. So let me just put his name in here and see. He said, isn't that's what the top 100 is for? Best of the regardless of shoe. The top 100, man, is it's different, man. It's different. Top 100, if your son is an NBA, if your dad was an NBA player, you automatically in. Oh, he signed with Boston? Okay. He signed with Boston? You're going to get cut. He signed Exhibit 10. He going to ball. G League. He's not that good to me. He got to go back and prove it to me. He let the young fella come in and take over. That's a good question, though. It was a good question, Michael Jordan. But I was just going through some stuff, man. Mark Cuban said something that kind of pissed me off, but I don't even want to talk to him right now. About him right now. He said something that I didn't like. But Keaton Wogler, I'm gonna help y'all out a little bit. He said Adidas, Nike, Adidas, Under Armour have their camps and normally no cross affiliation or independent. Yeah. But this supposed to be Yeah, I guess all them skills camps. I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna be doing, man. I don't know. I never been to the ABDC. I never been there. I heard about it. But I got a draft story for you. How many? Yeah, I got 7 minutes. Uh, and he said one part, Keegan Wagler, the young man I was talking about who got picked by the Clippers, fifth pick. Um, he said one part that he wanted to talk about. He said they asked the weirdest questions in these pre-draft processes. He said there was one team that put up pictures of me and my family, and a couple of them just wasn't even my family. I was like, that's weird. They asked me like, who are these people? And I was like, I actually don't know who these people are. Now, it ain't but 32 NBA teams in the world, in the whole wide world. And you in here questioning this boy and putting up some pictures of Michael Jackson's son. Let's say who else on the feed? Let's see who on the feed. Let's say Mo City Finest son. And he going to the interview. And they got pictures and asking you, who are these people in these pictures? And these dumbass people, they got some pictures from somewhere, and these ain't even the people. And who are these people? Somebody didn't do their homework, boss. Y'all follow me? Somebody didn't do their homework. Trey. If you gonna ask that question, you remember I told y'all a long time ago, when them people ask y'all a question, they already know the answer, it's best to tell them the truth. Now they got some dumbass people up here. Y'all got to realize, the LA Clippers had their choice of player they wanted to pick. They had all these choices. Let me go back to this list. Y'all gonna keep me for y'all gonna keep me a little longer because I got to finish this. Watch this. The Clippers, right? They had their choice of all these players. They chose Trey. Did you know how much Keegan Wagler's NIL package was for? Trey Phillips, do you know? King Six, do you know? Because I didn't mention it on the show about 5 times, but you've been typing. Daddy's Moody, you know. No, you know. Michael Jackson, did I tell you how much Keegan Wagler's NIL money was for last year? Freshman, Keegan Wagler. Anybody know? Are y'all typing slow or? No. I don't know if we don't know. Trey Phillips, $65,000. Trey Phillips, $65,000. He was a damn near walk on down there. He was an afterthought. They had a guy they was paying 7 figures already. Brandon Wheatfall was on the show in the beginning. They had a $1 million guy point guard on the roster. Lil 65 said, shit, I'm finna come and tear his ass up. Lawrence Frank just confirmed it. Trey Phillips, you said they be clipping. What's my boy name? Kingston Flemings. Trey Phillips. This week, I think I told y'all, probably Monday. Kingston came to LA at the same time Keegan Wilder did. So it was Keaton versus Kingston. Fleming versus Wagler. My partner was out there, was in it. He said he told a new asshole in Kingston Flemings. That's why Kingston Flemings didn't get the 5th pick. The Clippers could have picked who all went out the 5. It could have had Michael Brown, my dude, Darius Haycock, Kingston Flemings, Jackson Lindenberg, Brandon Burris. Brandon Burris is cold. Remember I told y'all he cold. They could have had all these dudes. They go get this 19-year-old kid. The Clippers had their choice of a player in the 2nd tier behind AJ now. So behind AJ, Darren Peterson, Cameron Boozer, Caleb Will. After the big 4, who's after the big 4? And Wagner. 3-level scoring ability from Shawnee, Kansas. Kansas didn't even want him. Kansas, they done saw him a million damn times and nah. Won 2 state, 6A championship. Kansas said. Kansas Gatorade Player of the Year, Kansas said. 10 months later, that same player skyrocketed across every draft board in the country. Doug Jones, I'm talking about Keegan Wagler, who I told y'all about a long time ago. No, Flemings was good, but usually they don't go. Maybe if Kingston Fleming never went to that workout, he probably would have been the 5th pick. But he go to this workout and this dude tear his ass off. I got to get this one. Y'all just don't understand how this. They done seen all the tape. They done seen all of it. Now they mano a mano. And my dude said, the dude told, he didn't say he beat him. Get what he told me. He said, Robert, he told your little dude from Houston's a new asshole. I said, what? Not Kingston? Out of all the, Doug, we got the big 4. Boozer, Banster, Peterson, Caleb Wilson. Everybody, Doug, you got to talk to your folks. You know everybody. Doug, me and you had conversations like this. Oh, he don't want to go there because so-and-so went there. They got another point guard going there. Keegan Wagler went to a school, Illinois, where they had already paid the point guard a meal ticket, $1 million, 7 figures. And he said, just give me my 65 and I'm going to come and back tear his ass up. Daniel Ewing, scout for the Lakers, man. King Sticks, scout for the Lakers. Doug, did you hear what I just said? Y'all don't understand what I just really said. Because evidently y'all ain't been in the recruiting process, especially with this NIL. Doug, most people around here would advise that, man, don't go over there, man. They paying him a meal, man. They paying him a meal, man. You ain't gonna play. They get him a meal, Doug, you ain't gonna play. Young says, give me that 65,000 and see what I do with it. Who is the dude? That is Moody. Who was the point guard at Illinois? I can't believe you and Eric ain't. Let me see. Who is the dude they gave all their money to? Somebody get it for me before I get out of here. Illinois roster from last year. They don't even talk about his ass. That's what he said, Doug. He said, shit me. Y'all, all since NIL, I ain't heard that because everybody around here be trying to dodge. They be trying to dodge people. Keelan Boswell, that's the motherfucker. That's his name. Thank you. That's his name. Thank you, Doug. They gave that boy a meal ticket. And this little boy ready. Boy, I love this show. Doug, me and you was on the phone one time. We was talking about something. Man, he ain't gonna go there. He ain't going there because what? He don't want to go because there's somebody else there. What? Y'all new school parents and y'all new school influencers and y'all new school people. I don't know what the hell y'all be telling these dudes. Ain't no, what? They just gonna, Khalid Reeves, one of the top point guards in the country, went to Arizona. Arizona came. People was telling, up in Portland, telling Damon Stoudemire, man, you go down there, they gonna let him start. They ain't gonna let you start. Damon said, look, man, I'm 5'10". They just gonna have to play 2-point guards because I'm playing. I don't care nothing about that McDonald's All-American shit. I'm getting on that campus. We just gonna, and guess what happened? Both of them guards played at the same time. And Boswell is from Champaign. Oh my God. So this boy came from Kansas and ran a Chicago, Illinois dude. Y'all, we're gonna talk about that on Monday. Cause y'all ain't finna keep me. Yeah. Damn, I done went over 3 minutes. Y'all ain't finna keep me on this. Cause I don't see enough of y'all. Y'all don't understand how important that was. Cause y'all so used to running. Doug, that little boy said, like your man said, hold my beer. Give me that 65. Ladies and gentlemen, I got to go. I enjoyed y'all today. Y'all fun, man. Y'all all with me. But share the show and let people know it was some interesting things over here. And knowing your value, don't let nobody sell you. Yesterday, but Doug, what'd you tell him, Doug? Yesterday's prices ain't the same as today's prices. Doug, I had a little mini sermon about that a minute ago. People just, you got to change your price. Don't let nobody discount you. If your event is worth this much, Doug, that's how much it's worth. Never forget. Go to the store. And it was a sale in the whole store. They said, Macy's sell the whole store. But I go over to the Louis Vuitton department, and the Louis Vuitton people say, no, we don't go on sale. I don't care what the store says. I don't care what the store says. Louis Vuitton don't go on sale. You feel me? I don't care what the Macy's said on their sign. Louis ain't going for sale. And speaking of Louis, I got to give it to y'all before I get out of here. Look, watch my homeboy. Watch my homeboy. Look where my homeboy at. Yeah. Somebody tell me who's that? Who is that right there? To the right of Wemby. Somebody tell me who that is. Somebody tell me who is that old skeezer sitting right there next to Wemby right there. Who is that old geezer sitting on the same bench that Wemby is? Somebody tell me who that old geezer is before we get off of that. They over in Paris, France right now. Tell me who the old geezer is sitting on the wood bench at the fashion show. I'm helping y'all out at the fashion show. Who is the old geezer sitting right there? I ain't got nobody? Can't nobody tell me? Who is the old geezer? I've been talking about him on the show for years. That old geezer right there is Bernard Arnault. One of the richest men in the world. Owns Moet, Louis Vuitton, Moet and Hennessy. Louis Vuitton, Moet and Hennessy. No, that ain't no damn designer. That's the owner of the brand. The owner of Fenty. The owner of the little girl. What's her name? Come on, rude boy. What's the girl name? Rihanna. That little unassuming man right there. All the luxury brands, Chanel, Balenciaga, he bought all of them. That little old thing right there. Y'all learned something today. I'd like to give y'all something like that. Bernard Arnault. Yes. And I'm out of here. See you on Monday.